Cheers.
End of the year.
Season 2, episode 9.
Episode 9.
Episode 9.
Yes. I
Which
know.
this is going to be off now because we're not in cycles of 4. This was like
That's
an
right.
extra in this
You're right.
month.
You're right.
So it's going to be a little bit off with our numbers, but
I don't know that anybody cares what episode
no,
it is.
I don't think they do.
I think
Sometimes
we're the
I
only
think we
people.
out. Yep. Episode, this is season 2, episode 5 million. That's all I'll just say because it doesn't matter.
We're past
so.
the important number, which was once you do 10, you're
Right,
like
we're good.
at the, what is it? You're in like some high percentage of
1% or
podcast
something. I don't know, but welcome to the end of the
Yes.
year podcast.
Saying goodbye
Our
to 2025.
which is
Weird.
I get a little emotional every year around this time when you're like another year. You'll hear people be like another year passed. And
Yeah.
I'm like, whoa,
Yeah. We did a lot this year.
we did a lot.
I mean, when I look, like, I think about even just this, it's like we packed it in.
I mean, we
with-
started this in February, right?
Right, exactly.
So I mean, it's been almost a full year of
know.
podcasting.
Which is crazy.
I know.
Like, and when it started as a joke a bit. So I think, like that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
This will be the last time you see
Yeah,
Santa Baby.
Santa
So I know
Baby
y'all are
is-
getting sick of them, but we
Yeah.
wanted to like fill out the year and end with
And
this, so.
unfortunately, it's sort of right now the only thing that fits because it's huge.
It's so true. Oh my gosh,
It's
so true.
huge. Are they coming back next year, Santa Baby?
I don't know. I mean, she did really well as a vendor in December, but
Yeah.
it's because we're busy in December.
Right.
So
I bought several
We'll
things
see
from
how
her.
she does.
No, but I mean, are we wearing?
Oh, for sure.
Okay.
I thought you meant the vendor. Yeah.
Oh, no.
We're in a different location, as you can see,
Yes,
which
we
is
are.
fun.
We're practicing because we have a new series next month. We're
Yeah.
starting, and so it might we're gonna have a sponsor.
Yeah.
So
How fun is that?
yeah, not a paying one.
Well, still,
but whatever.
We'll get there.
That's a secret.
That was one of my
That's a
goals for this
Santa
year.
Baby
Look,
secret.
I don't think you put it on the podcast with money. I was like, I
Oh.
want to get like a real
Monetize
sponsor this
this
year.
thing.
Yeah, that
Okay.
was on one of my goals.
So tell me about last year.
Well, yes, let's get there. But first, we want to make sure we thank. We had mentioned it before we turned it on. We
Yes,
want to
we
make
did.
sure we thank our legends.
Yes.
Normally we have one legend, but we had 2 episodes with legends, and we had multiple people at that. And what a blessing it was.
Oh my
And I
gosh.
really think it led us to talk about really doing a retreat.
Yeah.
Like, I think we really are going to lean in, because you said, I was just listening to it again, you said in the last one with the young ladies, it falls on us to do it because we have the connections of both an
Both
older
sides.
generation and a younger generation. And so you were like, it falls on us. And I think it's important for us to not just say that, but to actually do it. And
Right.
so we really are considering and trying to figure it out and praying about doing a generational retreat, just an overnight, one night kind of a thing where we bring in women from multi-generations and force the conversation, like force the mentorship.
I think it's going to happen
So,
so easily, but
I think it's
yeah,
gonna be
at
really
least
good.
I think just putting everybody in the same spot is going to do it. So we're going to wait for that to materialize.
Yeah, so I'm going to have to add that to the goals because I didn't, but I
No,
think
I
that
didn't
needs to
either.
be a goal.
I should write that down.
I know,
too.
so I'm going to add that. I need a real pen.
Where
You
are
did
we
yours
putting
digitally. I did mine. I need a real pen. But anyway, so I wanted to make sure we thanked.
Yeah, we do.
the
I
girls
mean,
and the
everybody made
ladies
such
that
an
came in.
effort.
Yeah. A lot of work.
The Braze Island ladies were fantastic. I think inspired us to do some things a little bit differently, and certainly inspired some of the questions that we asked the younger ladies. But how great it was to be able to chat and laugh with both. I thought I left both of them thinking, I want to be like the younger ones, and I want to be like
I
the
do
older
too.
ones.
I do too.
Like I was like, look at how cool is that? So
And because the older ones were first and the younger ones were after, I think the younger girls felt the same thing. Like, I want to meet them. Like, I
Yes.
think they were receptive to,
yes,
which
because
is
they
great.
had heard them too. So
super fun. So
yeah.
thank y'all for doing that.
yes, exactly.
So, okay.
Yeah. All right. So tell us about 25.
Goals. Oh, 2025.
Yeah.
So we sat down as a family yesterday. Like, that's normally when we do it, this week between Christmas and New Year's, and we pull out our goals from the year before and look at them. And I did okay this year, which is great because normally I pull out the goals and I'm like, oh, I didn't hit anything. Like, I suck. But I hit some of the big ones. There was a lot I didn't hit. I mean,
Yeah.
I think I over goal it. Like, I
Yes,
don't know
me
what
too.
that. I
I
put
make
way
a li-
too
I
many
make a
goals.
list. Yeah, I
And then
make-
I'm like, well, no wonder I didn't make them. I put
Right.
700 goals. And so
In each category that we did, last year I had like 6
Me
in
too.
each one.
Me
And,
too.
I tried to map it out. Like, I'm going to do this first quarter, this second quarter. And yeah, I had some pretty big fails.
Yeah, I had some big fails, but I had some big, like the podcast was a big success.
Yeah.
Like you figure
Agreed.
last year at this time we said, oh, let's start a podcast.
We didn't even
It was a goal.
say it
We
yet.
might not, but we had to because I put on my goals last year podcast.
Well, that's true, but it wasn't this.
It wasn't this.
Yeah,
I think we
that's
were
true.
trying to
I
do
forgot.
a life work podcast
Yes,
or a
yes,
but
yes.
I had
It
multiple
wasn't this,
goals last
right.
year that were
You're
about
right.
the podcast, and so
I forgot about
I got
that.
to check that off as that's a huge.
I
it was
forgot
a
about
huge
that. Our goal wasn't misfits.
Yes, it wasn't
Yeah.
at the time,
Yeah.
but we got to do that. So that was
for
a
you.
huge. So I think that was good. So
Yeah.
I think
That was good.
But then I also watched how one of my kids did not really hit any goals, and
Yeah.
it was rough on him to
Yeah,
look
to
back
watch
and
him.
see,
Yeah.
gosh, I didn't do it, and so that was kind of a
It
wake
almost
up
makes you
gut
not
check
want
for
to
me.
do them.
Like,
Yeah.
man, maybe we're putting too much emphasis on it, and then I don't know. It was an
Yeah.
interesting experience, but.
I think that's part of learning, though, because you can't go to work and not have any goals, right? I mean, but I also think, especially depending on the ages, but like, they were your goals as
Right.
the parent and what was going to happen. And then when they have to make their own goals, it's different, right? It's like, oh, I have to own this. Like everything else, there's a process of going from, girl to woman and boy to man. And that like owning it is part of it.
Yeah, it was tough to watch.
You can't help
Yeah.
set those goals so much
Right.
anymore.
Yeah, so it was interesting.
We're at the age where you get an opinion and not a vote.
Yeah, it was an interesting. So
Yeah.
it was a little bit of a different dynamic at the family when we did it this year,
Yeah.
and then moving forward, it was even a little bit hard. We each pick a word too, and Bailey, as you guys met on
Yeah.
the last one, her word was becoming,
Uh-huh.
and she said because I'm going to becoming a wife, and it just
Yeah,
Whew.
exactly, right.
that was a rough one. So, but 25 was great. How about you?
Well, what was your biggest mishap in
Fun.
terms of goals?
So we have the category of fun.
Oh, I put that
so faith, again, pretty okay. I mean,
Okay,
there was a lot
yeah.
that I missed, but I wanted to Sabbath better. I wanted to fast once a
Right.
week. Like I hit some of the big ones. Fitness, I actually did better than I thought, even though the weight has not come off. I think because of menopause and all the stuff we talk about, I was a little bit more diligent with it. Like I did the water.
Yeah.
I've been in the gym a little bit more, so I didn't hit the
I forgot.
weight
Your
goal,
water was a goal thing.
But like I hit the water,
Yeah.
I hit the gym better. So okay, friendship in that was our time together, which we obviously stepped it up.
Yeah. We
I
traveled
had made
together.
a goal of meeting one new really good friend.
Yeah.
And I didn't do that. So that was kind of I
That's
get stuck
really
in my
hard.
group and then I don't.
I think that's a really hard, like that takes time to develop. Like
I didn't
can't-
even put it on this year because I was like,
Yeah.
that was hard.
Well, and also like it's like wisdom. Like you can't make it happen.
Right.
It's like experiences make that happen.
true.
And I think you have to go through like hard things with people to really like all of a sudden have a deep friendship. Right? So
So that was a
Okay.
miss. Family was okay. We had said we wanted to FaceTime or Zoom more,
Yeah.
and we didn't do it as often as we would like. So that was kind of a miss.
Yeah.
Finances actually it was a big goal to save enough for the wedding.
Yes,
Which
yeah.
we were able to do. So
Nice.
like that was a
That was
goal
a
that
good
I
goal,
hit,
yeah.
which was great. My fun goals, I didn't hit one.
Yeah.
Not one
Yeah.
fun goal.
I have to go back now.
Not one.
because yeah.
And that was a huge like,
Yeah, I
like
don't-
all the work, all the stuff. Like I did okay. I mean, missed some,
Right.
but hit some. But in the fun category, I did not hit one of my fun goals last year. That stinks.
Well, one of mine was laugh more,
Well,
and
that was good.
I feel like
We
that
laughed
that
a
was
lot.
under fun. We laughed about a lot
We
of
laughed
things.
a lot.
We laughed about hippos.
We
I mean, we
did.
laughed about
We did.
everything. Okay, so my word was brave,
Mm-hmm.
and I feel like I did a lot of brave things in that. I don't know, like anybody would think they were so brave, but because I'm more of an introvert, I said yes to a lot of things that I might not have before. Like I would have put them off, or I would have said no.
You said yes to South Africa.
I said yes to
Which
South
was
Africa,
huge.
which was really fun. I went back to Colorado, which I hadn't been there in a long time because that
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
was
you
sort of an
redid the whole Colorado
overwhelming
house, yeah.
like thing. I went there twice,
Yeah.
to get sort of that together, which was very about family, so
Mm-hmm.
that we could, I felt like we could all be there. But But yeah, I had some fails. But I did get, everybody was here for my birthday, which was nice. I turned 60. So that was like a fun, like it was nice to have it together. And I have to give my sister credit because she really planned that, because I was like anti, like we're not doing anything. So I had some good successes. I did my time with LifeWork.
Yeah.
I tithed my time for LifeWork, and that was brave because I had to let go of some of my legacy stuff, and that meant that I had to trust in everybody at Legacy. So I think, like, for me, that was a very brave, like, oh, I love being in control of everything at Legacy, and then I had to go over to LifeWork where you were in control and sort of, probably not very well, but take a back seat to me wanting to be in control. So like things like that, I felt like were brave, that took emotional energy that I don't normally expel.
Yeah.
So anyway, my fun stuff, yeah, I laughed more, but then there's the fitness thing, which I totally bombed.
Sorry, having hot flash. It's
Totally bombed. But I went on a flourish retreat. I did my Sabbath thing on Sunday for the most part. Meet with Tammy weekly.
Yeah.
That was on my
We
list
did that.
of faith. Study the women of the Bible.
You did.
I did. It was
Earlier on, because you gave me back my book. So
I
like
did.
early in the year, you did a big study
and I
on
did
it.
a lot of them. Then we got into sort of our. I tried to like get a character when we did it, but they weren't all women.
But a lot of them were.
But
I mean,
I learned a lot about the Bible. But I will say, like, I have to do a better job at that. So anyway, yeah. So last year was good. What are you going to do this year? Like, what was your word?
Well, it's been very hard this year. Normally goals are not hard for me.
Yeah, me
Normally,
either.
like, I'm like, let's go. I got it. And
I think brave has made me want to learn to curl up in a ball.
well, and I
Just
did
not
not. My
talk to
word was
anybody.
civility last year.
Oh, that's right.
Which was not, I mean, it's a great word, but I think
Yes.
I was thinking of the campaign
Yes,
and running, and
yes,
I
yes.
thought that would take place last year. Like, I thought I would
Yeah.
jump in the race and there would be a lot of that. So civility was like my word.
Yeah, you were studying.
And
like,
it didn't,
government.
yeah, and it didn't happen last year. I mean, I think it'll
Yeah.
happen this year. It's just the way that the campaign was going.
Yeah.
And so I felt like the word
Yeah.
didn't apply.
Uh-huh.
So my word itself. So then I think I came into this year and just, I don't know, I've had a really hard time writing the goals and finding
Yeah.
a word
Yeah.
for
Me
this
too.
year. And so
I was doing it yesterday.
Well, and I've had it now for a while, but I had 3 words and I can't pick
Oh,
one.
yeah, you said you were at
And
3
so I mean,
words.
literally, like I was like,
We don't
Lord,
know each other's words yet.
Lord, like which one? Like
Yeah.
all of them are
Yeah, yeah.
so powerful, and I need all of them right now.
Right.
And I cannot land on one.
Okay.
So I don't know if this is allowed.
I don't think there's
I'm
rules
changing
with
the
this, but
rules.
whatever.
I created my own word
Oh.
out
Interesting.
of the 3 words.
Okay.
And so let me back up. My one word was no, and it really leaned towards knowing God.
Okay.
I think it landed as we've been talking about wisdom.
Yes.
And I really went down the rabbit
Yeah.
trail of fearing the
The
Lord
fearing
and
the
what
Lord,
that
yeah.
means.
Yeah.
And it meant knowing God. I mean, even like you and I were just talking about gifts. When you know somebody really well, it's easier to get them a gift because you know them so well.
Right.
And I thought, I have to know the Lord that intimately in my life.
Yeah.
And I am so busy and going for the Lord, like doing for the Lord. But I just have felt that overwhelming sense of I need to know him better. So one of
Yeah,
the
because I
words
think we
was
sort
no.
of know what he wants.
Right.
Quote unquote. But
If I had to get Jesus a gift right now,
yeah.
I don't know if I'd know what to get him.
Well, if you went to church last 2 weeks ago, you
Right,
would
we
get him a
did get that.
compassion
I would
kit.
get him a compassion kid, which I did not because I was like, I have too many kids, but I'm
would
already
get-
bad at
That's
compassion
right.
kids. But I
But yes.
no was one of them.
Right. Yeah,
So
that's
the
good.
verse, obviously, and again, I think sometimes I overthink it theologically. Like I don't
Yeah.
want to use the cheesy verse, and that's
Oh,
a
right.
terrible word. But like I don't want to use the verse that everybody knows.
Yes.
But I'm leaning towards be still and know that I am God because I
that's
need
good.
to know God. So that was kind
That
of
was
like
my verse one time because I used be.
be right.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, I need
Yeah.
to know God. And so
That's good.
Psalms 46:10, be still, know that I'm God. Then I went to home. That word just resonates with me. And it came from one of the LifeWork sessions. We were doing the worldview session, and every year at the Lifework session, and you'll remember it, there's a video about the jackalope, and the pastor walks down like a biblical worldview and a non-biblical worldview, and he kind of walks through this, and he says the problem is we want to combine both. He says we want to have the biblical worldview, which says heaven is our home, but then we also have this, non-biblical worldview that says earth is our home. And I've loved that video because I'm almost like, yes, he always says we're just camping here and heaven is our home. And I have showed that verse that video for 9 years. And somehow when I showed it this year,
it just hit you different.
It's not totally correct. And I was like, because there's the verse that says thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. And there's a verse in Revelation that says God inhabits the earth with his people. And I was like, so just saying heaven's our home is not enough, because earth is our home too. Yeah. And so it was like all of a sudden that video, I was like, that's not the total
God's going to make all things new.
That's right. So I was like, earth is our home and we have to make it our home. And heaven is our home. So it's that dual citizenship. We have citizenship here and citizenship there. And so this idea of home really, the Lord was just, and when you look at my praises, every one of them that's underlined is a trip that I went on this year. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 trips.
Do you want to know something so weird? I've been in 17 places this year. I counted them.
I don't think I've ever done that.
17 places.
And I love to travel.
Yeah.
But I looked at this and was like, I gotta stay home, and not, and that's hard for me because I love to travel.
Right.
So, and not that I'm not gonna travel anywhere, but this idea of just
that's weird. You
have
have
a
17.
wedding this year and a graduation this year, and I was like, I just need to be home. And so then that verse, "Be still and know that I'm God," kind of was like, I need to be home, like that word, and
and make this your home.
This is my home. Earth is my home. And then we have the actual physical. We got to figure out what we're doing with our home. Because if I run for this campaign, I have to move. And so there's been this whole conversation about home. So bad.
I mean, no, it's funny because, I don't know. I will tell you why I think that's funny.
So home, and this verse was, I love this verse, Proverbs 24, 3-4, and verse 27. By wisdom, a house is built, and by understanding it is established. By knowledge the rooms are filled with all precious and pleasant riches. Prepare your work outside. Get everything ready for yourself in the field, and after that build your house. I was like, that's a great.
Oh, here we go. Build your house.
So that was kind of my home. But then that all seemed very selfish.
Yeah.
Very, very selfish. And I was like, I can't be that selfish anymore. So my third word was others. Like I have to think about Bailey's wedding. I have to think about Creed's graduation. I have to think about Sean's work. I have to think about, I have to get off of thinking about myself. And then knowing God and focusing on home felt very selfish.
Yeah.
So then I was like, I have to be others focused. So the verse was Hebrews 13. Do not neglect to do good and to share what you have, for such sacrifices are pleasing to God. So sharing all of this with others.
That's a good verse.
I could not settle on one. I was like, no, home, others. And my words have been recently, since we got back from South Africa, was clarity, calmness, and courage. And this kind of felt with clarity was knowing God. Calmness was home. And then the others was the courage to give it to others.
Yeah.
And I was like, that just fit. So I can't pick one word. So I created a word.
Okay.
And it's KHO, co. That's know, home, others. My word for the year is co.
Co.
KHO. It's not a word.
I like it. Could
I don't know if I'm allowed to do that.
You know what? It could be in Afrikaans. You know what? You could just say Afrikaans. It's a word called co.
So my word for the year is co.
Karen might, but nobody else is going to know.
So my word for the year is co. KHO. Because I cannot land on one word.
Yeah.
So I know.
I tried. I'm still struggling with my verse.
I really tried.
We'll talk about me later.
All three words, all three verses. My word of the year is co, and it is knowing God, being still at home, and focusing on others. That's a lot, but I can't.
But also, the being still at home is also being at home in yourself and being at home in who you are, and makes knowing God so much easier. Like I think it goes back and forth, right? If you know God, you're more comfortable in your home here, and if you are more comfortable in your home here, you're better at knowing God. So like they do go together.
They kind of go together.
I'm giving you credit.
Thanks. So it's not normal.
It's co.
But I made it up. My word is co. Well, and you should see my thing. I rearranged the letters a bunch of ways because I was like, because then I added peace at one point. So I was like, can I make it kahop? Hopka? I was like, and I was sitting on the porch and I'm like, just stop the madness. So I've created a word. My word is co.
Okay. Co.
Yeah, hawk. I was like,
that sounds Afrikaans.
I was like, I had them all mixed up.
Now we're making up languages.
Akpa. I mean, I had them all, and I was like, forget it. I landed with co. And so it is knowing God or know, home, and others.
That's very good.
It's my word.
And you have verses. Do
I have
you want to
verses
talk about
for
your goals, or should we do my word?
You do your word first, and then let's come back, depending on time.
I also struggled with my word.
Why did we struggle so much?
For a long time, I thought it was going to be launch.
You did have launch for a while.
I talked about launch for a long time because I'm launching so many things. Andrew's getting married. He's graduating from college. You know, like I feel like...
That's a strong word. I like that word.
I know. But I've also decided, like I have some stuff to launch at Legacy. But it's all going to happen whether I have that word or not. And so
good point.
I decided that
it isn't anything bearing on you launching them. It's happening.
Right. It's Legacy's going to keep going whether I'm here or not. The kids are going to launch whether I'm like I didn't feel like I had to do a whole lot. It felt like very passive, right? Like I don't think it's like a rocket that I have to make it.
You have to
I don't have to launch it. It's launching.
It is
so
launching.
I'm like, right?
That wisdom. That's a lot of wisdom in that.
I know. Well, this has been a problem. And so I've been really struggling with, it was an easy word for me because I can list 8 things that are going to launch. But then I thought,
then you could check the box that they launched, but they really weren't you
but
doing
they don't have much to do with me. And like, I don't really have to put in any effort. So I changed my word.
I can't wait to hear it.
So my mission statement is be still, delight in the moment, embrace passions, and inspire others. And I've had be as a word of the year. I have had delight as a word of the year. I have had embrace as a word of the year, but I've never had inspire.
Inspire.
Because I have avoided it probably for 4 years of word choosing because I've had all the others. And I was like, yeah, but I'm really not mature enough to use inspire yet. Like I always had an excuse, like not to use inspire. And I think it's because it puts a lot of pressure on me to be like inspirational. Right? And I'm like, nobody's going to be inspired by me. Like I don't want to have to be a model, quote unquote, for inspiration. But it requires me to know God, right? Because I have to be a reflection of that. And I'm a brat sometimes, often, right? Like that, like
if you would hear us before we hit play,
that's right.
You would know.
Yes, I am a brat.
And we would share it because we want to be vulnerable, other than we're typically just trashing people. So we need to not put that on.
I think this is a behind the scenes situation. It's not even blooperish.
No, it's not even blooperish. It's just
but whatever. It's counseling.
It is. It's our session.
Like,
we need that before.
Yeah,
so
this is our laughing.
Just know that before we get on and hit play, what's happening is vulgar, complaining, trashing.
Yeah. Not inspirational.
Not inspirational.
So, got to get that out first. Good. But I mean, I think there is part of that. So I am choosing that because I was brave last year, and this year I'm like,
you are going to be brave to choose inspire.
I've got to choose inspire because it is a time when lots of things are launching, and it requires different of me than what I've done in the past.
Well, and you need to write the book.
I know
because the
launch
book will be inspirational, and you talked about it.
That's a good idea.
And you've not written the book
on my list of
goals. You need to put it on your list. It was on your list last year, and it needs to.
Well, that was a fail.
You need to write it.
But like that's what I'm talking about, right? Is like I should be talking about how I handled that, and in a very genuine fashion. Like I think inspirational is not just all good.
Oh,
right,
for sure.
Right. It's like I need to be vulnerable enough and genuine enough to say, like, I totally failed at this, but, like the girls were, I think
Yeah.
last week for us, it's like we said to them, you should be genuine. And then I think that's going to fall into inspiration. So inspire is my word. I do not have a Bible verse yet because there's too many,
There's a lot.
but I'm going to come up with my
Okay.
verse. I haven't done that
All right.
yet. So I will.
I like it.
TBD.
Inspire.
Yeah. So, well, then I will have completed my mission statement and I could die.
I'm good. I got it.
I did
got
all
it.
my 4 words.
Yeah.
So, but I do have, do you want to go now our goals by?
Yeah.
Okay. You go first.
No, go ahead.
Me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Finish
So
yours.
under faith, we have
Yeah,
our
we have
categories.
our categories.
From the McClafferty family. They inspired this. Faith, family, fitness. We said finances or
Careers.
or
in there.
careers or work. Friendship and fun. Again, I had a really hard time with friendship and fun because I'm not good at either of those.
Good at friendships or fun.
Okay, but faith, I have several things. I'm going to read a Bible in a year.
Okay.
And so part of my Christmas present, and this crosses over to family, was that all of the girls in our family got a chronological Bible in a year. And so I would like to do that together with them. And then we're going to schedule a once a month Zoom, like whatever, third Sunday. And whether you can make it or not doesn't matter. And it doesn't have to be necessarily about the Bible study, but it's just a way to connect and catch up and stay in touch. So, so there's that. Kneeling prayer, I'm going back to that because I've gotten out of that habit.
I still do that, which is good. It's powerful.
It's very
It's very
powerful. I
powerful.
was doing it, and then like probably the last month, I just was like, I need to actually write that down because I sort of
It
stopped.
was,
Who was it?
you sent it to us, and it was a guy that just made one of his habits.
Jordan Redner?
Was it?
Yeah,
I don't
think
remember.
so.
But his habit is just
Maybe him.
He kneels beside the bed before he gets into bed at night, and he kneels as soon as he gets up in the morning. So before he does anything else.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's quick. Like
Yeah.
I leave the pillow there as a reminder. Like I have
Yes.
a pillow that just sits on
And
the
you
floor
just
beside my
slide
bed,
onto
so that
it.
I just slide onto the pillow.
Yeah.
And they're, I mean, seconds. It's not long always, but
Right.
it is very powerful to be on your knees before bed and when you first
Yeah.
get up.
Yeah, I was doing a really good job of it, and I miss it. You know, I've been very lax at
That's
that. A day with God a month. I tried to do that last year, but I didn't do whole days. My Sabbath is, still on my list, and I'm pretty good about that. I actually schedule it on my calendar and just say Sabbath. Adopt a new spiritual discipline.
Ooh, do you know which one?
So I don't know. I'm thinking about fasting, but I'm not sure. And then I would like to find verses for my grandkids, which I haven't done yet. Okay, so the family thing, Bible study, I did that. I really want to write this family mission statement. I've got a bunch of ideas, but I never did it. So
That's good.
my health stuff, I'm going to make my bed every day. It just makes me so happy to have my bed made when I get back in it. And so I feel like that starts my day right. And so that's part of my mental, and I'm going to focus on my health this year because I didn't do, I'm going to be inspiring my health journey this year. I don't know what that means.
And do you have specific goals with that, or just be
Well,
healthier?
last year I did, and I failed. So this year I've decided I'm just going to adopt a healthy attitude, and it's going to do with work, and it's going to do with exercise, and it's not going to be a like check the box thing. It's going to be like, oh, this is going to be a priority versus what I've always done my whole parenting life is it comes last. And so I really want to say, like, I'm going to make healthy choices, and, that's going to go first. So I want to do a better job at that. Not totally self-absorbed. I don't want to be that person that's like, I can't have a cookie at whatever, a
Right.
birthday party or something. But I also, I never exercise first. It's always, oh, well, I have to wrap presents, or I have to do this, or I have to do that. And I think it just needs to, like, I don't think I'm inspiring anybody by that.
Right.
I'm not teaching my daughters anything.
Right.
Right? Or daughter-in-laws. I'm just like, no, you got to do everything for everybody else and then bitch about it. Right? Okay, so there you go. There's that.
There's that.
I would like to plan a girls' trip to
Yes.
Colorado and just
would
like
love that.
like a quiet. You can do whatever you want. I want to go for 4 or 5 days and just. If somebody wants to go hike, they can hike. If we want to go hike together, we can
Can I
hike. If
come?
we want, yeah.
Can I be on that trip?
Well, you're pretty much like my only friend.
Okay,
So
me and you. Let's go to Colorado.
So yes, so I would like to
Okay,
plan
I would
that.
like
Like
to
it
do
just
that.
to like.
I did not ski this year. Can I ask us to do it in the winter? No.
Sure.
You want to do it in summer?
No, the winter's great.
I like to try to ski once a year so I don't lose it. And I didn't ski this year. We didn't go to a
Well,
winter.
let's do it.
So I would like to go skiing.
We can go skiing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, check that goal.
Okay.
I can do that. Okay, and then I have some work stuff. And one thing I'm going to do is organize our finances. Like, it's like
Your
cobbler's
personal-
children have no
Yeah,
shoes,
yeah.
right? Like I know what our finances are. I know our estate plan diagram and all that kind of stuff, but I feel like I need to do a better job of like consolidating that and knowing what goes where. And Rodney and I usually have like not a planning meeting, but like, okay, do we have money for this? Where's that money coming from to do that? And we do it very sort of on the fly. And so I just would like to
Could always do it like Sean and I, because there is no money.
Yeah,
so it's
just
like
do it.
there is no money,
I know.
so it doesn't matter.
But
No planning because there isn't any.
But we have like Colorado's expensive.
Right.
Right? Like and and most of that's going to our kids. So it's like, okay, what is that doing?
Yeah.
Right? And then Rodney and I will say things like, we should fly first class because if we don't, our kids will,
Right.
Like, but we don't.
Right.
Right? And like, can we? I don't even know the answer to that. So like, I just feel like getting a better handle on
That's good.
like what are our goals together, like that with that.
That's great.
Okay, podcast retreat. I did put that on here.
Okay.
Before we even talked, I put that on here, and then oh gosh, you made me write book down. So I wrote book down, but that's it. And I have play with my grandkids, which I'm really good at playing with Henry because he's here.
Right.
But the others aren't.
Aren't.
So I don't know how to fix that, but I don't know how I'm going to do that better. But
Do you FaceTime them?
Joanna FaceTimes with Rodney every, like from the bathtub often every night, which is nice and special, but I also don't jump into that. Like I want that to be his time with her. And so I don't because I'm really good at taking over and then
He doesn't get
then
the time
he doesn't
with her.
get anything. And so I'm trying to be better. Like Henry comes running to him and is like, when he sees Papa, he's like, book, book, book. And so it's so cute. So so I'm trying not to like read as many books with Henry because that's what Papa does with
Right.
Henry, right? And so
Finding
Joanna,
your own things
yeah,
with
like
them.
Joanna FaceTimes with Rodney in the bathtub, and I say hi, and he'll say, "Here's Grandma," and all that kind of stuff. But I feel like I should just stay out of the way on that. So I need to figure out my thing with the kids, and then I need some practice with my gun. Actually,
Ooh, that's a good goal.
yeah,
I need to. too.
I need to practice with my gun. So I need to
Oh, we should go
figure out
We should-
what that looks
once
like
a month. Go to the
yeah.
range.
Yeah, exactly. Like I need to practice with this.
Yeah, I do
thing.
too. Because if somebody comes in,
right.
I'm going to be fumbling with it and end up
Yeah.
shoot myself in the foot.
Yeah, exactly.
'Cause
I'm
I'm
gonna
like,
be
"Whoops, crap.
excuse me,
Wait,
can you
I gotta
just
practice."
do you mind stopping because I've got to load this?
Right.
Or like I forgot the combination of save. Can you mind if I text my son and ask the comment?
Right.
So
Yeah, that's a good goal.
yeah. So and I think that's fun, right? I
That
need
is
to
fun.
like.
We always say that. That's a fun date night.
Yeah.
Like Sean and I used
Yeah.
to go more often. We'd go to the range
Yeah.
and it was like a date night.
Rodney's not a big gun guy. Yeah.
I mean, Sean's not a big gun guy. Like he's not a hunter. He's not a,
Yeah.
you
no.
know.
Yeah,
but
I think Rodney maybe not would think that's fun.
yeah, it's fun. But we don't do it enough.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Okay.
good.
Yeah.
I really tried to simplify this year, so you'll see very few. One
I
of
feel
them,
like I did too.
One of them was to review the goals more often.
Ah.
Like that was a goal
Yes.
because I'll go and write them all, and then I don't look at them, and then by the end of the year, I'm like, well, I could have done that, and I didn't because I just didn't review it. So to keep them in front of me, and one of the ways we decided to do it was at our monthly FaceTime calls with the family.
Yeah.
We're going to take one of these each month and discuss it.
Oh,
so
got
like
it.
the first Zoom meeting, let's talk about our faith goals.
Right.
The second month, we're going to talk about our
That's
fitness
good.
goals. So like try to keep the goals in front of us.
And I did that last year by breaking them down into like what did I need to
Quarters,
do first
yeah.
quarter, and that did help. So that's a good
yeah,
idea.
so
I like
think
that.
We're going to try. It's the goal to review
Yeah.
them. My faith ones, Sabbath again weekly, which just stay on that. I
Yeah.
think we do it pretty well, but to stay on it. I've decided which this is going to be a hard one for me. I'm going to and right or wrong, I'm going to start tithing off of our gross.
Okay.
And we have not done that.
Yeah.
And so we don't have the money at all. And so that's going to be,
that's
that's
hard.
my biggest one.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be hard
Yeah.
for me because money is my thing with the wedding and graduation. And
Yeah.
we're not making it as it is. So to tithe off of gross
Yes, that's
is
hard.
going to be very hard for me.
Right.
But it's a goal. My 12-hour fast weekly. So I pick Wednesdays.
Yeah.
And we've done this for a couple years. Just it's a good day
You
to
and Sean do it
reflect.
together, right? Yeah.
And we picked Wednesdays because you kind of get the message on Sunday, and then by Wednesday you're in the middle of the week and you kind of forget.
Yeah, it's fading.
So part of the fast was to just kind of review the sermon on Sunday and do a 12-hour fast.
Okay.
So
Nice.
keep that. Journal twice a week at
Oh,
least, which
really?
I'm not a great journaler. You know that. And I found on the Remarkable a little calendar one that I'm going to try the goal. Success of the day. I want to come up with one word a day that's just a success of that day, you know.
Yeah. Like a gratitude journal,
Right,
sort of. Yeah.
right. Just one word, and then once a week there's a prayer journal that has the word pray.
Yeah.
That's on the Remarkable. So those were my kind of.
I didn't know that. It's a little secret you're
It's
keeping.
a great little.
Yeah,
I think I downloaded it. Maybe it's
Okay.
not on the
Then
Remarkable, but
share
I
it with
downloaded
me.
it. It was John
Nice.
Gordon's prayer, and so
Oh, yeah.
P is praise, R is
nice.
repent, A is adoration. Like
Yeah.
but it's an actual journal, and
That's
so
cool.
I'm
Yeah.
going to try to do that. And then I want to do 3 books this year about knowing God, since that's one of my
Yeah.
words. So I want to actually do Knowing God by J.I. Packer, but then 2 others.
I only got halfway through that
I
last
know.
year.
I started it last year, and I got to finish it. So those
Yeah.
are some of my faith
Those are
ones.
good.
Fitness. I want to be I picked a weight
Okay.
by the wedding.
Okay.
So the wedding's April 25th. So the goal is to be at a weight by then and work out. and
Okay.
very simple. Family one, the one FaceTime a month. A successful wedding and a successful graduation. Like I just got to get through that and make them be successful. Like I put wedding and I was like, but what about the wedding? So
Right.
like I want to walk away from the day and have it be the perfect day for her and him and for me to enjoy it.
Yeah.
And not wake up the next day and be like, I missed the wedding because it was
Right.
so much. So
Well, you have to probably have like a Merry Christmas versus a Martha Christmas.
Right.
Right? Like
Right.
we have to make sure you have a
Yes.
merry wedding.
So I want it to be successful and I want to be all in for
Yeah.
it. I want to
Nice.
experience it. So that was it.
And there's going to be lots of people there that we
There
can,
is. I mean,
help.
I think it's going to be, and she's so,
Yeah.
so type A. It's going to be great. I just
Yeah.
don't want to miss it.
Yeah.
And then I literally under family put clarity on the house. We got to figure
Yeah.
out whether we're staying or going, and clarity on this campaign.
I was
Like,
gonna say,
just
it
gotta
ties
figure
in.
this out, and
Yeah.
it is. I mean,
Yeah.
if I decide to do the campaign, we have to move. So it is
Right.
what it is. But strategy, the campaign strategists are disagreeing on when the move should happen, and so
Okay.
that's putting me in a little bit of a. I just want clarity on that. So.
Okay.
Finances, again, they were. I met with Dale Alexander.
Oh, yeah, I did
Shout
too.
out to Dale.
Yes,
and he
he's
met with
awesome.
Creed this week, which
Oh,
was really good when Creed
nice.
came home. So it was Dale, thank you,
I
thank
thought
you.
he was good.
Yeah. And he wrote a book, and it's for young adults, like high school and college kids, and just his whole
Graduating,
thing
yeah.
was like, which makes, and I'm sure you would know this. Again, it's
Yeah,
the world
I
you walk
loved
in,
his
not
book.
the world that I walk in. But he just so simply said, there's one time in your life when you're going to go from making no money to
Yeah.
all of a sudden making money, and it's that jump from college to your first job.
Yeah.
So
And
I
you'll have
looked
more
at-
money than you've ever had.
And
Yeah.
so I looked at Bailey, and she was making $100 a week driving kids around in college and working at it as a barista.
Yeah.
Hit or miss. And then all of a sudden she graduated and she got a job that started at $40,000.
Yeah.
That was like, I went from making $10,000 a year to $40,000 a year overnight.
Right.
You'll never have that big of a jump
Right.
again.
Right.
And so his whole thing was 70, 20, 10.
Yeah.
So live off of the 70, invest 20, tithe 10.
Yeah.
Which I've heard those numbers
Yeah.
before, but his whole platform is if you catch them when they're making that jump into the
Yes.
first real job. And I was like, that's so smart.
Right.
Again.
I know,
So
it's-
silly, but
No,
just the
but-
way he said it struck me.
We work with all kinds of people that can't do that.
I can't do that.
That as their income has gone up,
So is our cost of living.
So
So is
has
our
the
living.
lifestyle.
Yep.
And so I think it's like when you start to see what the numbers could be.
Yeah.
Like it's like you go work at Walmart, and you make $45,000 a
Right.
year doing something. You make $25,000, no matter what it is, if you can
Live off
you
of
can
70.
basically save 20% of that, give away 10, you for the rest of your life, you're not going to believe those are going to be millionaires.
Yeah, and I couldn't
It's crazy.
It was shocking.
Yeah.
But then I had to say to Dale, so what do you say to somebody like me who is now in the second half of their life and has not done that?
Yeah.
I
What do you
can't start
say?
now. I'm not getting the next job that's going to all of a sudden, like I'm in the job. We're living off of what we're making.
Yeah.
How do we go back
Yeah.
now? And he had such a great thing. He said, here's what I tell people. He said, any new money that comes in.
Yeah.
I don't care if you get a bonus. I don't care if you sell the motorcycle and get money. That's new money. Any new money, you invest 50% of the new money and start here. So he said, Tammy, you sell a car and you get $1,000 for the car.
Right.
Invest 500 of it and use 500 for you.
Nice.
He said, but just start from this moment forward, any new money,
love that.
you invest 50%. And I was like,
Legacy will invest it for you.
I can do that. So
You know, Emily, my 10-year-old
Yes.
niece,
Yes.
is coming in next week because she's making bracelets.
Yes. At Cup of Joe.
And at Cup of Job, go buy them. And she has $2,000 to invest. And
Yay for her.
She wants to invest it. I mean,
That's
like
so smart.
When you
so
think,
smart.
She's like, well, I have to keep enough to buy
The product for new
the
bracelets.
product. And she said, I might want to buy my sisters a gift. So she gave each of her sisters $20 in their stocking for Christmas. I mean, how sweet is that?
How sweet is that?
And she said, so, she's a little entrepreneur. She's like,
love it.
I need to have enough money to buy my product. Then I need to have some money to spend, if I want to buy my sisters a gift, but I can save the rest. And she's this is what I've talked to this
smart.
months ago.
So
And she's
smart.
like, I'm ready.
We did not do that well.
Yeah.
We did not do that
I
well.
know.
So I downloaded the Acorn app, which is
Okay.
an app on my phone to invest.
Yeah.
And I started roundups on
Okay.
it. So every time I use my debit card that's attached
Oh,
to it.
very cool.
If the
I didn't
fee
know there was-
is $5.54 at the gas station,
Yeah.
it will automatically round up the money and invest it.
Beautiful.
And then I started taking, and again,
This is
we are
great.
so simple. I mean, we are robbing Peter to pay Paul. So for those of you that are listening, I'm living in that world. But I started having them take $30 a week out and invest it.
That's great.
It's coming out.
And you won't miss it.
And I won't miss it.
That's
It's $30.
what's so
I
crazy.
won't miss it. And then Sean got a bonus check for work. Very small, but he got a little bonus. And I couldn't do 50% because we
Yeah.
had to get some Christmas gifts. It came with Christmas.
Yeah.
But I took 30% of it and
Yeah.
I invested it in Acorns.
Yeah,
And it's on my app.
good.
And so it's so simple, but
That's
I was
great.
so that was a long
Nice.
story to say one of my finance goals is to invest 50% of any new money.
Okay.
So if
I
I,
like
get
that.
a bonus, if we sell a car,
Yep.
whatever,
Yeah.
I'm going to try to invest.
Because what we do, I think no matter where you are, when Rodney and I know money's coming in, we spend it three times.
We spend it.
We spend it 3 times.
I know.
We're like, we could use it for this, we could use it for this, and we can use it for this. And I'm like, okay, but it's not enough for all 3.
Right.
I mean, we both do it. It's crazy.
It's Sean and I are both spenders,
we
which is not
pre-spend
great.
it. It's like, we'll allocate it to this, we'll allocate it to this, and I'm like, we can't do that because it's, so that's great.
So I'm going to try. That's the goal.
Yeah,
And
that's good.
You look, my 2 big goals that are going to be the hardest are going to be tithing on my gross.
Yeah.
And
that.
investing any
That's good.
new money.
That's
so those
good.
are going to be, those are big goals for me on the finance side of it. Career, I got to decide about this campaign.
Yeah.
And this is going to be a fun conversation for you and me. I've been waiting to have it for you, so we will not have it on video, but I have met with Andrea 3 times.
Okay.
It's gonna rock your world, and I don't know how to. Anyways, that's for a whole other thing.
Okay.
But Hire Andrea is on here, and that's gonna be
Oh,
a
girl.
really fun conversation because I don't know how I'm gonna do it.
Yes, we're.
But that's career, friendship, continue Misfits. I put a little money sign. I want to
Okay.
monetize Misfits.
Okay.
Increase my relationship with my Mac carriers, and I did it. We do dinners with the Tobys, and then a generational retreat. I just wrote.
Oh, good. Yeah.
Fun. Read 3 books for leisure. After my doctorate, I just stopped reading. I think
Yeah.
it was too much mentally, and I love books. Like
Yeah.
sitting at the beach and reading is used to be. So I need to do 3 books this year for leisure. So a few little fun things. Those were my goals.
So if you have any good books, tell us.
Yes. Oh, that's great. Tell
Yeah.
us good. And these, I want cheesy.
You want like cheesy.
I don't want
that's
Bible
beach reads.
theological.
No, you want beach reads.
Self. Yeah, I want beach reads that are
Yeah.
cheesy, stupid, mindless books. So if you have great recommendations, that would be awesome.
Okay. Well, your goals fit right into our financial stewardship that we're going to do for the month
That's going to
of
hurt
January.
me. That's going to be
No,
our
it's not.
January
It's
is
gonna be easy.
financial.
But I have two questions
Yeah.
that I figured we could wrap with because we're getting sort
Okay.
of long. Are you ready? I went to a
Did
friend's...
you print them?
No, but I went to a Friendsgiving, and I thought these were really fun
okay.
questions.
Okay.
This was before Thanksgiving, obviously, but I thought that they did a good job. What is something you didn't think you'd survive in 2025, but here you are?
Oof.
Ooh, she gets comfy.
My marriage. No, I'm just teasing, honey. I love you. I lost a key employee halfway through the year that I thought is going to do me in. And it didn't, and it made us thrive. It forced us to change the interview process for LifeWork because I didn't have him.
Yeah.
And it was something that I thought was going to be very hard because it was like we weren't going to rehire, so it was going to be more on my plate. So when it happened, I thought, oh my gosh, I'm going to be back to more on my plate.
Yeah.
And instead, we came up with a new process that was amazing.
Yeah.
So that was a huge I just remember the day that they said they're done, and I was like, oh, I'm back to me doing it all.
Right.
And so that was a big thing that I think we were able to overcome. That was the first one that jumped in my mind.
Yeah.
How about you?
Mine has to do mostly with work too. I think that just change was coming and things were happening, and we had a hire that said that they were going to leave that I was sort of panicked about. You walked me through some of that, but I think it goes back to like I didn't know how I was going to survive tithing my time to LifeWork and giving less up at Legacy, and it did. It made us better,
it all
right?
worked.
I mean, God just made it all work.
Right.
That
was part of how LifeWork survived was your time.
So, yeah,
giving it to LifeWork in my time of transition helped us get through it.
Yeah, it's just it was. I think that was in the moment. You're like, oh my God, this is it. I'm cashing in. I'm out. I'm done.
Felt like that.
So mine was sort of more prolonged in that I felt like I had to walk through can I really give up more and more here? But because we're at Legacy, that's why I keep saying here. Okay, my next one is, what was a prayer God answered for you in 2025, even if the answer looked different than you expected?
Oh, lots of prayers.
I don't have a good answer for this
I think it would be Creed.
Oh.
I think of 2024 and going into 2025 when I was reading my goals, my prayer for Creed was that there was some growth and maturity as he was going to be heading into his senior year of college.
Yeah.
And so he was at one spot, and my prayer was deep about where he needed to be. And I think I got to see an answer to that. Even more recently, over Christmas, he came home for Christmas and was just, he's like a man.
Yeah.
He grew up this year.
Right.
Genuinely. And he is passionate about Jesus, which I hadn't seen that passion. I mean, he loved the Lord, but it wasn't this deep passion that he sent me a text last night and he was like, Mom, you really need to stop worrying about Canon. God's got this.
Yeah.
I'm praying for you. Trust the Lord. Just this. And I was
like,
who are you? I
love that when
what
our
an
kids come back
answer
with
to
that.
prayer.
Yeah.
And just even over Christmas, Sean was working so much because of church and all the services, and Creed just stepped up. I mean, just outside blowing without being told. I mean, normally it's like, hey, Creed, will you go take the blower? Creed, will you take the, garbage out? And he would always do it, but it was like a prompting. And there was just this maturity to him. I look out the window and he and Bailey are carrying this huge neck machine. This is so random, but it was on our back porch because I have to work on the neck. And it was just a big, ugly machine. And they saw it and thought it looked ugly and carried it out for the party. And
nice.
There was a concerted effort.
Yeah.
So my prayer has been answered. It would be Creed.
What about your piano playing?
I did not do well with that. Okay. I mean, I did it more this year than last year. Okay. I sat down actually the other day and got out the Christmas carols and played by myself for a minute, but not, I had said 15 minutes a week. I definitely didn't do that.
Yeah.
But I did play more this year than last.
Yeah. I think mine was my whole brave thing in that God answered that for me not how I thought he would, right? Like he made me do a bunch of stuff out of my comfort zone. Not so much uncomfortable, but just like challenge the way I think about some things, and I think made me like appreciate like the fact that I can be independent and that I could go to South Africa and I could go to Colorado, and like I did not expect that was going to happen. I thought God was going to put like me and Rodney doing more together, and we ended up doing more separate. And so I think that's not how I expected him to answer, but I think it was a good answer, like in a weird way. That makes sense?
It does.
Sort of, kind of.
It does.
Anyway, I thought those were
Those
fun.
were great questions, right?
I thought those were fun.
Were good.
I thought I saved them from
That's good. I thought you printed it for this. I was like, look at you coming very prepared.
from the thing, and I'm like, what am I going to do with those? Because those are really good questions.
They are.
So, okay.
I would encourage you as we close, what are your words of the year? Do you do a word of the year? So I had Sweet Sandy, who was a legend this year, if you guys remember.
Oh, yeah.
Did a Marco Polo with me the other day and was like, thank you so much for bringing word of the year. I don't think I did it before. And so her word of the year is change, and she had a verse with it.
Nice.
And so shout out to an ex-legend
Yes.
who does a word of the year. But if you guys have words of the year, just share if you do it. If you don't, that's fine.
That's
but
fine too.
I'd love to hear your word of the year if you have one. So put it in the comments and let's.
And we're going to do an interview about that at Legacy, you and me. And we're going to get interviewed about word of the year, so maybe we can.
Ooh.
We're going to.
I didn't know that.
That's what the non-book club thing is
Oh,
about.
right.
And they're
okay.
good. Catherine
Okay.
is going to a former legend.
Former legend, another ex-legend.
I don't know if it's a.
Is it ex-legend?
I
Former
don't know.
legend?
I
They're
think
still legends.
They're still
so-
legends, so I don't know. They're
A legend.
one of our legends.
Yeah.
Is going to interview us about.
Words
So
of the
maybe we could splice that, and we can. We'll put it in the podcast
Yeah.
notes because we're so
good
we know
at
what we're
that.
doing about that.
Yeah, I'm a
But
little nervous about the next theme. It's financial stewardship.
financial stewardship. We're going to talk about that. Sponsored by Legacy Trust.
Legacy
And
Trust.
so we're going to have.
The backdrop looks good. We can just do it here.
I know, it does
think
look
that
nice,
looks good.
right? I
It's a
know.
nice backdrop.
Debbie
But
decorates.
you need like a Legacy Trust logo.
Yeah.
So they
we
can
have our
see it.
best places to work sign. We could put right
that
there.
so that
Yeah.
at least you can see it.
Yeah. It's see-through, so it's hard to see. But anyway, yes. But so Legacy is going to sponsor us, and we're going to have some legends that I work with are going
can't
to
wait.
help us talk about budgeting and godly stewardship. So
That's going to be a rough one for me.
it is. It's
going to be a rough one.
Yeah, but you know what? It's not bad. Like
No, it's good. I'm getting there. I got to do better.
I think part of it has to do with like just saying everybody lives on a budget, whether you have
Right.
one or not, like that kind of stuff. So anyway, it'll be fun.
Okay.
But then also as part of part of January for Non-Book Club, you and I are getting interviewed about this. Why do you pick a word? What does that have to do with it? And what's your inspiration
Oh
behind
yeah,
that?
so then definitely put your words of the year in there so we can
Yes.
shout out of all the great
Yes.
words.
And if you put your word in the year, you might get a bracelet if you tell us how to get it to you. Because we
That's
know
great.
someone.
We know somebody.
Yes. Okay. Cheers.
Cheers.
Happy 2025.
2025 out.
Here we come, 2026.